If you want a classic Chelsea style boot, so quite high up on the ankle, beautiful quality of leather that's got great manners for town, but also a kind of a rugged country look as well, genuinely unisex, then our new Durham boot is just the thing for you. We've chosen to start with this beautiful brown, mid kind of chocolate brown colour. It's a slight nubuck finish. So with that, we take a smooth leather and we sand it and lightly buff it and just produce a little bit of nubuck finish. This will keep its nubuck finish if you use a treatment which is particular for it, like a spray from Nick Wax. That will keep it. But also, if you use a good wax oil on it, such as waterproofing wax for leather from Nick Wax, then that will take it to a more smooth finish and it will be polishable. You could then polish it up as well. But this boot's been a lot of fun in development. We knew after our successes of York, which is our low cut shoe, or Richmond, which is kind of sort of ankle length shoe, desert boot kind of height. We knew after the success of those that this was a style that we wanted to engineer, but we wanted to take our time as ever. We always take 2, 3, 4 years in development. Some of the challenges, and I found that a lot of the testing, I've done a lot of testing myself, but to a very, very close friend from school days, in fact, Steve, who was very patient with some of the earlier versions, one of which had an opening on the ankle, which was almost, well, I wouldn't say twice, but 50% bigger. So we didn't take the mickey out of him much when he was wearing his early Durham. He also wore an earlier version with a zip, and we just felt on balance that if we got this dimension correct, and we're using the highest quality of stretch material here in the gusset, that was a great way, along with a good heel loop that you can get a good finger in there and help you pull on and off. That was a better way to go than putting a zip in here, which can break. I mean, they shouldn't, but also they can let water in, and actually this is going to be a little bit more protective from that point of view, and probably look a little bit more classic and simple, which is always, a minimal design is always what we love to have. So Steve's done us a great job, and we were then delighted to do some final testing on pretty much this iteration, and then put it into production. So this leather is the best there is. As you say, it's a premium full grain top split leather. Treat it well and it will give you good protection from the elements. It'll give you a level of water resistance. No waterproof lining in this to give you enhanced breathability and coolness and allow it to be more quick drying. It's then got, coming further down, our Flexile Nano, which is a thinner version of our existing Flexile. It's a bit more breathable. It's got some kind of little indentations through here to enhance breathability. This will give you a little bit of comfort and shock absorption, but also allow you to feel the surface that you're moving on. And it's an exciting insock to have as standard. You can always put in our Ortholite 6mm if you want to build on that level of shock absorption to 6mm. This is really 2.5, or indeed our Rebound 4mm, which will give you a little bit of energy return. So underneath the insock or insole, we have our midsole, which here is mid-flex. So it's giving you some protection from the ground, but plenty of flexibility to allow you to move naturally. On the bottom, we've got our stitched urban grip, outsole, which, remember, it's got that extra millimetre of rubber. It doesn't affect the feel, the ground feel, but it just means that if you're investing in the best Chelsea boot that's been made in the barefoot market, arguably, then you're going to have that bit more durability. So it won't degrade your ground feel, but it will mean that you've got that much more, many more miles from the boot. And you know what, from a sustainability point of view, that's something I feel quite strongly about, because if you're using all these beautiful high-end materials, you're designing and developing the best of the best, then for it to wear through in a few months, if you're in it all day, every day, then that's not great. That boot's going into landfill, you know, it's not happy days. So that's an important part of our whole sustainability, is building into every shoe that we make that enhanced durability, and to make it a stronger, lot more longer lasting shoe. And it's kind of fits in with our vision of being the leader in performance barefoot shoes. Great design, but making sure the functionality is absolutely the best it can be. So we love our Durham. A lot of miles have been put into this boot already, in development. I think that if you're looking for something that's obviously lower on the ankle, you've got our York. Midway, have a look at Richmond. But if you are looking for something that's kind of a little bit higher, that's got those rugged kind of country looks, I'm told it's the most genuine unisex Chelsea boot that's ever been designed for the barefoot shoe market. But if you want that combination of kind of rugged country outdoorsy look, but perfect manners for the town, which is really what it's designed for, then I don't think you'll be disappointed with our Durham.